Update. I am so aggravated with this damn Raptor. For the love of God. Yes, we performed surgery. That's the aftermath. All the rags from wiping up from the oil and all the grease from greasing shit. So, this problem started with the carburetor boots popping off, bogging it out. Cool, whatever. Fixed that. What'd that cause to happen? Oh, we broke the woodruff key. Cool, no big deal, right? Put a new woodruff key in there. Put her back together, start her up. She's good to go, right? Ha! No. So, put a woodruff key in there. Snap it out the gate. I've been through like about 10 of them the other day. I'm on my 4th one already. Plus, I already went through 2 that I had. So, like today, I can't even remember everything that's gone on, to be honest with you, because like it's just got me so fucking frustrated. I backed it out of the garage. I was like, this is the one, because I took my time, right? Actually, the last one, I took my time. I used the grinding compound, and I smoothed out the lumps that were on the end of the crankshaft from the keyway, kind of gouging into it. Cleaned it up real nice. Made it perfect, right? As perfect could be, right? Yeah. So, started it up to get the oil circulating. Actually, this is what's happened multiple times. Started it up to circulate the oil, and then the keyway broke. The other day on the 4th, I fixed the keyway, and I went to start it up to circulate the oil, to get the oil in it. I literally parked my truck right there, put the ramps up, was getting ready to load it into the truck. Started it, got the oil pumping, shut it off. Put the ramps on my truck. Was like, hell yeah, we getting ready to go ride. Jumped on the quad. Started it up. Backed it up. Actually, no, it didn't even back up. It wouldn't even start. Then I checked, because I can tell if the keyway is broke. And you look through this window here, and you turn the crankshaft with this one here, and you look through this window here. When you look through here and you line that mark up, and you look through here, the timing mark should be down here. You should only have to turn it just a little bit to get that mark to pop into that window. Well, when you put that mark down here, and then you turn this, and it takes forever to get that mark in the window, you know something's off. Because that mark should be lined up with that mark. So I knew right away keyway's broke. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. To hell with this. So, parked it. I wanted to get it going. It needs a water pump anyways. Don't have a thermostat in it. Downfall to not having a thermostat in it is the fact that when you don't have a thermostat in it and you start going, the overpressurization from the pump pushing the fluid through the system, it starts spewing out the overflow tank. Found that out. A lot. So we're just going to wait for the water pump to get here, wait for the thermostat to get here. Thermostat's been shipped, should be here soon. The water pump's not such a big deal. It's starting to go out. I took it apart. It's starting to go bad, but it's not like bad. So anyways, so I said, you know what, to hell with it. We left it here. I took the kids' 4-wheeler over there. We played around on that a little bit. I was kind of upset that I didn't get to take my quad. Everybody else over there playing on their 4-wheelers, having a good old time, and I'm playing on the kids. Whatever. So, I come in here yesterday, which would have been the day after the 4th, and I tear the side cover off. Replace the woodruff key, and then I tighten it down tighter than I usually would because I got a newer impact, so I figured it would be good. No. Immediately the woodruff key broke again. Well, son of a bitch. So I didn't want to over tighten it. So then the next time I wound up over tightening it, and I smashed the starter clutch gear into the back of the timing chain gear. Apparently I didn't check it, so when I went to start it, it spun the nut off in here, and then it snapped the woodruff key again. Because when I started it, the starter would just continue to spin because the motor was turning the starter because it was all crammed together. So I think what happened on that one is when I used the grinding compound, I took off too much, so it allowed that magneto to go down a little bit too far, so it crimped shit together. So anyways, I had a backup magneto. I put that on there, figured it'd be all fine and dandy, right? No, immediately snapped the woodruff key. I got it put back together. I backed it out of the garage 10 feet and snapped the woodruff key before I even got it in drive. But it was misfiring like the son of a bitch, and I couldn't figure out why. We're getting to that. So, carrying on, I pulled it back in the garage, laid on my creeper right there in front of the fan for like an hour, pissed off, trying to cool off. I decided, you know what, hell, we'll give it one more shot, right? So I jump in here, pull the side cover off, and yes, it's leaking oil now because I fucked up the gasket, but I have a new gasket right there. I didn't want to fuck up the new gasket, so I wanted to make sure it was good, and now I'll put the new gasket on because I need fresh oil anyways, fresh coolant. So, anyways, after all that bullshit, I took the new magneto, took the grinding compound, did a few rotations with that just to scar up the magneto, so it had some friction to it, cleaned up the grinding compound real good, put the new keyway on there, ooga-dooga it down on there because I don't have a torque wrench that goes that high. Made sure the starter clutch was freely spinning. It was. Gave it a few more ooga-doogas and got it tightened down. Just for good measure, gave it a couple more ooga-doogas and we got it tightened down nice and good. So then I decided, one thing that I did when I had the first problem with the carb boots is it started doing that dumbass shit. So I changed the CDI box for this other one that I had. High rev CDI box, right? Trash. Fucking trash. So I decided to go back to the stock CDI box, right? So I go back to the stock CDI box because I had messed with the coil, the wire, the plug, which the plug was carbon fouled. I cleaned that up. So I put that CDI box back on there after I fixed it this time. Guess what? No more misfire. It was that cheap piece of shit that somebody gave me. So, now, we've got the good CDI box in there, the stock one. We still got that niche shit on there, but whatever. So I pulled it out of the garage now. No keyway shearing, so that's good. No misfire, so that's good. Ripping it around the driveway, no problems. But then I noticed that the gasket's leaking, so I screwed up the gasket. But that's fine, because when I got the new starter clutch, I ordered it with the new gasket. But I wanted to make sure I worked out all the bugs before I wound up putting the new gasket on it, because I didn't want to fuck up the new gasket. However, that's a new gasket too. I have changed the oil on this thing. I mean, I put the same oil back into it, but like 10 times in the last 2 days. Aggravated with it. I just want to update everybody. We definitely greased the front end. It needs new A-arms and everything. So we're going to get new A-arms and shit. Because that's bad. But now we gave her the old burnout test and everything. Does really good donuts. She rips now. Got no problems with it. The only problem I have is I think the shift forks might be fucked. Because when I downshift, downshifting is fine. It's when I go from neutral to first and first to reverse. And I think that's probably because I think something got bent in there when that starter clutch bolt was sitting down there. And then it fell out, so now it's just bent. So I guess I'm just going to have to deal with it. Not the biggest of deals, because I can start out in second gear. Who the hell needs reverse, right? I mean, it still goes into reverse. It still does first gear. It's just, you got to play with it sometimes to get it. Sometimes it goes right in. I don't know. I think that possibly what we might do is buy a new low end or a new bottom end and start building it and use that Wiseco cylinder that I have, get a new piston for it, and build out the low or the bottom end. I don't know why I want to call it the lower end. I mean, it doesn't really matter, lower end, whatever. So build it out to the cylinder right there. Use the head and the valve cover because that's good. Probably rob the side cover off this one. The other side needs a new side cover, new clutches. Rob some parts out of this one. But once I get it to a certain point, pull this motor, rob the parts off it that I need, put the new motor in. I think that'll save me some problems. But if I get a new lower end, and pull it apart, split the case, make sure there's nothing wrong in there, you know, clean the sump, all that stuff, and go from there. I think that's going to be our best option. Because otherwise, it's going to be this hit or miss all the time, constantly something breaking, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like I'm playing a shitty game of where's my money? Yeah. Because damn it, I don't know where the hell it went. Like, all this money that I put into it, it doesn't show. I mean, I guess it does because it wasn't running when I first got it, but shit keeps on breaking. So I keep dumping it in here. But then I have a quad that's not running. So it's like, what the hell? I was told today that, I told the other half that I was just going to fix it and sell the goddamn thing and get another one. And she told me, after all the shit that I put into this, if I get rid of it, she's going to whoop my ass. So guess what? I guess we're stuck with it. Maybe we'll just get another quad. Something I can ride while I tinker around with this one. I mean, eventually this will be good. Maybe I'll just buy a screwed up 1000cc Yamaha or whatever and drop the motor in here. And we'll just go apeshit crazy. I don't know. We'll see. I just want to give a quick update. Like, this is just never ending. I can't deal with it, man. I've got people that keep subscribing, people that keep unsubscribing. I really don't know why. I don't know if they're looking for riding videos. I'm getting feedback, but I'm not getting feedback from those people. Like, I wish they would give me feedback about shit before they unsubscribe. You know, like, if you want a riding video, not much I can do for you right now, to be honest. But we'll get there soon. We'll get there soon. Got to get this damn thing going. Like, I want to take it on the trails, but I don't trust it. Like, I've got my trails here, and that's the furthest I'm willing to push it right now. So, I pushed it a half a mile already. Probably more than that with the other short distance that I've had to push it. But it's not really any major mechanical failures. It's just bullshit in here. There's magneto. That bullshit down in there. That keyway. And for those of you who don't know what a keyway is, this is probably something that is, you know. We'll go right here and we'll show you what keeps breaking. Let me get it out of the bag. I'm going to show you. This is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. There we go. Took me long enough one-handed. 75 cents at the hardware store. That bullshit ass piece is what keeps causing me so many problems. So I bought 10 of them. I don't know, I'm down to like 8 of them now. I didn't count of that. Last I counted I was on 8. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're down to 6 now. Yeah, see? I started out with 10. I've gone through 4 of those, plus I had one before, so I've gone through 5 of them. 6 of them in the last few days. Hopefully I got that hammered in and we're good on there, because it was fine before. I don't even know what caused it to break to start with. But whatevs. Now we got her good to go. I think it was the fact that it was shutting off hard with the carb boots not being on there. But I got those secured now. But I couldn't figure out how I still misfiring once I had those secured. And that son of a bitch was the problem. Chuck that fucking thing out the window. Well, I'm driving on the road, of course. Because chucking it out the window here is just going to be out in my yard. So we don't want that. God damn it. I don't know. Maybe I should just be more of me while I'm on my videos and shit. Like, I try to, like, be normal, but it's hard for me to be normal. Like, that's not my personality. And I had a friend that was, like, telling me that he was just going to follow me around and record me and do a YouTube channel of just me. He said that shit would sell. I ain't no fucking comedian. My life is just funny. I don't know. I took her for a good rip, up and down, made a big old dust storm, so she ran pretty good, but I don't want to blow it up. It's got an oil leak, needs the water pump, and needs the thermostat, and that's really it. I'm going to get some fresh oil tomorrow, because I started out with 5 quarts of AMSOIL, and the amount that's on the floor, somewhere we lost, because now I'm down to, once I pull the oil out of this, I've only got maybe 3 quarts if I'm lucky, so I've lost a lot of oil onto the floor. Just from draining it and it leaking onto the floor. So, alright. Until next time, keep it classy.